Okay, I'm Noeleen. I'm from Belfast, but I've relocated to Newcastle and live in Newcastle now. I was born in Belfast. I grew up there. Brought up in a very religious Catholic home, very loving, well balanced as could be. And I was sort of a rebel. My childhood was just me rebelling constantly against anything and anyone of authority, mother, father, everything. I just rebelled and ran away to London at a very young age. I always thought I was older than what I was, and I thought I was an adult from the age of 13. So I'd took myself off to London and lived in London, back and forward from London for quite a few years. And when I was there, I got mixed up in hard drugs and drink and a lot of things that I shouldn't have been doing. But I came back to Belfast when I was 18 and then ventured out to go and live in America at the age of 19. But thank God, the whole time I lived in America was clean and sober, and then lasted, I think, maybe 2-3 years out there and came back and back into drinking drugs when I hit Belfast, because I was always searching for something. Don't know what I was searching for, but I always felt empty. I didn't fit in. I always wanted to be part of, but never felt part of anything. But I struggled for years with anxiety, depression, self-harm. I was a mess. I was a mess. And in later life, I tried to stop drinking and drugging. I bounced from rehab to rehab and church, from church to church to church. I was always searching for something, but never fully gave my life to God, never fully handed everything over. And I always held on to a little bit, just for me. You know, I didn't always want to just hand everything over and change. But I came to Centre 61 in 2020-21. Not too sure if it was 2020 or 21. But at that stage, I was literally at the end of my rope. I was heavily involved in a lot of drugs and a lot of drink, and I was riddled with anxiety. I lived my life every day. I opened my eyes, I dreaded it. That was another day. Every night before I went to sleep, I had a panic attack. I hated living. I was not living, I was existing. I just hated my life. And I was seriously contemplating suicide. I just wanted to die. I didn't want to be here anymore. I had tried to commit suicide before, and I thought God was keeping me here to punish me. He wouldn't let me die. He just thought he wanted me on earth because he wanted to punish me. But I reached out to a guy called Mark. I don't know why I reached out to him, but Neil and Sarah had been trying to help me for years and years. They really did try and help me for years, but I just, again, didn't hand everything over. But I reached out to Mark this night because I'd met him at the top of the street of Causeway Road, because I had smelt incense. I smelt real heavy incense, and I happened to run into him and ask him, was there a church, because I could smell incense, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was full drunk and probably off my head. And he was like, no, but we've just opened a church down the street. Maybe you should call in. And that was just that small seed that was planted. So when I came to the stage of like, I didn't want to live, I don't know why I reached out to Mark. It was just, it must, again, now looking back, it was obviously God directing me or talking to me. But I reached out to Mark and I came down to the centre. There happened to be a gathering that night in the centre, and I came down to Centre 61. And I just didn't fit in here. I hated the people. The people were mad. They were all happy people, and I just was not like these people. I was literally sitting shaking, my nerves inside me. Everything was telling me to get up and run and get away from these people. And all I kept saying was, I'm not like you people. I'm not like you people. But I eventually thought, I was told it was the enemy telling me lies. So I was fighting with, I thought myself, that every time I was meant to be coming to the centre, it was, don't go, you don't fit in, you still don't fit in. But I came. I used to say to myself, bring the body and the spirit will follow. You know, just keep bringing your body there. And I did, and one night I reached out and I asked for prayer. and Aaron and Mark prayed over me. And to my disbelief, from that night that them guys prayed over me, I did not ever, thank God, I haven't had another panic attack. I haven't took drugs. You know, I have been set completely free. So that was like that was unbelievable thing that had happened in my life. So I decided then that I needed to fully submit and go and be baptized and give my whole self to the Lord. You know, like I was never, as I say, a holy roller. If someone had told me in the street this had happened, I wouldn't have believed them. You know, I'd have thought they were maybe a bit nuts, you know, one of them Jesus freaks. But Jesus literally turned up and turned my life right round, completely on its head. You know, I am now running about telling people, because I know all the drug addicts, I know all the alcoholics that run about the town. My tests and my messes have now all become testimonies and messages. And I've just prayed to God that if He can change me, let me be a light that shines in the darkness for somebody else, that I can help them change and I can help them see what Jesus has done in my life. You know, like, and I keep saying to people, like, you know me, I wouldn't have been like a person that went to church or whatever. I'm just normal, you know, but look, Jesus was able to save me. So, and thank God I have been able to direct some of my friends to the Lord. And it's been amazing. It's been a journey, and it's been a roller coaster ride. But I mean, I'm set free, completely free, and see that freedom of panic and fear and anxiety. That is money couldn't buy it. It's immeasurable. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I can't say that I don't have bad days or down days. Yes, life happens, but He's equipped me to deal with things. He's equipped me to deal with life. It's not as dark and as bad as it used to be. Like, small things were terrible, but my life has turned 360. You know, I really do have a new life beyond my wildest dreams. You know, I don't have everything, like riches, mansions. I wouldn't want it. See, my relationship with Jesus, it's more than anything on this earth. To me, it's amazing.